Y'all, there was so much going on in this last episode of Love Marriage Huntsville. We have so much to freaking talk about. I was looking at the screen like, cause I had to catch it on demand, and I'm like, hell, how much longer is this episode? Because I feel like there's a lot I'm gonna have to talk about already. Like, it just kept giving. It just kept giving and giving and giving. If you are not watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, you need to be watching it. Go back to season 1 and watch it from season 1 and catch up to today, because it always has stuff going on, honey. Huntsville is better than Housewives, alright? Because every episode you got something going on. So let's go. In the beginning of the episode, they're still at Black. Okay, so we're picking up off of like where they were last episode, because everybody was at Black. And Martell basically says, oh, God will have to strike down for me to want to get back with Melody. You know you a lie. I think Martell would get back with Melody if she gave him a chance in 2 seconds. Okay, I don't think Melody wants to be back with Martell. I think she still loves him, but I think she's just very, very hurt that he still kept the cheating going on after she had took him back when she found out. So Martell trying to say, oh, you know, I love everybody, because the guys are trying to ask him, well, don't get a DNA test if you love her, but do you love her? And he's like, oh, I love everybody. Like, he's just covering up a lot, and he's not trying to say the wrong things. And why wouldn't he want to say the wrong things? Because he still loves Melody. So anyway, we go inside Black, and Wanda comes. This was episode all about Wanda, because Wanda gonna come in, start a tornado, and then spin her little behind out smiling and cheesing. So you gotta be careful with people like Wanda, because I know people like Wanda. So Wanda is at Black, and Tisha is not there. Tisha should have been there to get her mother, because Wanda was off the hook. Alright, so Wanda was in Black, and she goes and talks to Mel first, and she's like, Mel, I think you should take Martell back. You know, forgive him. You still love him. Take him back, or whatever. But then this is where she crossed the line. But before I get to that, Destiny is like Melody's sidekick, because if somebody's messing with Melody, Destiny about to get up and get it cracking. Okay, like she 2 seconds from swinging. Like, Destiny was like, well, you did like her picture. They're talking about Arian, who is Martell's new baby mama, who he cheated on Mel with. So he's like, she's like, you liked her picture. You said she was pretty. I wouldn't do that. And Destiny was ready to get her together, looking like they was outside on the street about to swing. All right, so Destiny she was giving too much, because Wanda is still somebody's mom, but Wanda be doing too much. So I kind of understand why Destiny chose to handle her that way. But they were getting into an argument. Wanda and Mel were getting into an argument because, you know, Mel was like, you want me to get back with Martell? You want me to just, you know, forgive him for cheating for all these years and be like this type of woman who just lets a man walk all over her or whatever? And then on top of that, you're on Instagram liking the girl's pictures and commenting and saying how beautiful she is. Like, that is disrespectful and crossing a line, because hello, you're all up in my face at every event acting cool with me, but you over here liking the side chick's pictures and saying how pretty she is. And girl code, that's wrong. That's wrong. Now Wanda is saying, like, you know, I'm not that close with neither you or Martell, so I can follow her, I can like a picture, but you be around them, like in closer, small circles, you know. So even if you and Mel and Martell aren't besties, talk on the phone, you be around them. Like, you are attached to the family in some type of way, in that big group of friends. You can't be doing that. Like, you just start in trouble. She be the main one saying, oh, I saw on social media you did this. No, Wanda, we saw you on social media doing some bull, okay? So Melody had every right to be mad. Melody addressed that and then skirted her way on out there. Marcel was trying to comfort her, I guess, a little bit, but she wasn't having it, and she got out of there, okay? Then Wanda wasn't done. Wanda came for Kimmy. But Kimmy, this episode has been like, I've been waiting for Kimmy to shut somebody down, because they have been coming for Kimmy since last season. Like, maybe even season 1, I think, since we met them. And Kimmy's very nice, but it's just like they pushing her to a point where it's too far. So Wanda brings Kimmy into it. She's like, yeah, I'm not wrong for liking that girl's picture on Instagram, Melody, da 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 da. And Kimmy's like, I don't disagree with you. I think Mel still loves him on that part. And then, of course, Wanda has to throw in, well, I don't like the way you treating Tisha. You treating my daughter bad, and da 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 da. And it's the same dry argument of, you know, Tisha wanting Kimmy to always take her side and do more and stand up for her, defend her when it came to Tisha and Mel not really being cool and stuff like that. And then Kimmy bringing up the same point of nobody tells Tisha when she's wrong. Tisha's never wrong. Everybody just coddles her. And Kimmy's tired of it. But what pissed me off is Wanda's like, oh, I saw what you be writing about us on social media, what you be writing about Tisha, what you write about me. And Kimmy's like, show me what you saw. Tell me what you saw. Wanda could not tell her a darn thing because Wanda's making it up. She's making all of this stuff up. She is coming in there, coming up with whatever BS she can come up with to get things riled up and leaving. Kimmy really had to shut her down, but if y'all noticed, when Wanda left Black, she was like smiling, kind of laughing, because she knew exactly what she was coming in there to do. That's a mean-spirited woman right there. That's a bad one right there. I will say, in her confessional look, she looked amazing. Wanda always be on point, though. She always looked great. But she is dangerous to have around because I think that she really gets really excited in causing drama between people that she knows, who her daughter is close to. She gets excitement out of messing with her daughter's marriage, which we'll talk about later. It's not wrong with Wanda. You know, I really don't. I really don't understand that at all. So. Now, Mel and Destiny meet up at the studio. Melody's, you know, giving us a little insight of her song. I did not listen to her song, but apparently it's a hit. And she's making another song or whatever. And Destiny seems very supportive of her. She went to the studio to make some beats, as Ms. Nene Leak said. So they went to the studio. And they start talking about Tiffany and how Tiffany was crying and Destiny comforted her or whatever. And, you know, Destiny's like, I don't think Tiffany knows how to read a room. And I think she just kind of says too much. And Melody's trying to figure out, like, why Tiffany's not really meshing with the group. And she's very, like, you know, protective of Tiffany. And Destiny doesn't like how Melody will have Tiffany's back so much and go out of her way to have her back, but she doesn't do it for Destiny. But Melody's like, I know my friends and I know who needs more support and who doesn't. And I kind of understand that because Destiny can hold her own for sure. But like, she wants you to be her friend too. Like, she doesn't want to feel like you'll just leave her out high and dry and just defend some new chick that she's never met before and like you picking sides. So they really need to figure that out because it's getting annoying to talk about now. Either y'all friends, y'all understand each other. Okay, I need to support you more. Okay, I need to tone it down more and we move on. But one thing I do not like is when black women call other black women aggressive, because we have enough people like calling black women aggressive, ratchet, ghetto, whatever. There's a difference between defending yourself and standing up for yourself and then being aggressive. We don't want our own people calling us the typical mad black woman. And I think that's where Destiny was coming from. You don't want to be labeled. Like, as a black woman, it's kind of like the worst thing to be called is aggressive, angry, like those words, because it's just a soft spot, you know, and so many of us have to deal with that and put up with that. So if she can't defend herself, then like, what is she supposed to do? Play Tiffany's role and just cry and act like, oh my God, what was me? I didn't mean it. What? Please. Let's get into where Tiffany and her husband are out cutting the grass, talking about what happened at Black when Maurice, Kimmy, and Kiowa confronted them about talking about Monster. Did this piss y'all off? Because it pissed me off. And I feel like every episode Tiffany pissed me off. Because when she said she felt attacked by Maurice. Now, Maurice couldn't have been more calm, more mature, just very direct and upfront. She said she felt attacked. Now she's saying she felt attacked because they didn't know that they were going to walk into Maurice pulling them to the side to have a conversation. I understand that. So she felt blindsided that they didn't just call them up, hey, let's meet up and talk about X, Y, and Z. I'll give her that. But you have to be very careful with the words that you use, because feeling attacked can mean a lot of different things. She should have just said, I didn't expect to walk into this event. I'm thinking I'm going to meet people and just be pulled to the side immediately to have this conversation. I didn't expect to have this conversation. She could have said that, because a lot of people say certain words and sometimes certain repercussions come after that because of certain words you use. And I'm going to just leave it at that. I'm not even going to go deeper into it. But a lot of people play off of certain words, and it has really negative repercussions for people they're talking about. And I don't think they attacked her in any type of way. But what we did find is that she said that she started crying because she didn't feel like her feelings were heard. And when she gets that way, she gets very quiet and I guess emotional. So in the last episode, you would have thought she was crying because she felt remorseful and sorry. She did not say that. She didn't say she was crying because she felt sorry. And I'm glad in the last review I said I didn't feel bad that she was crying, because she wasn't even crying because she was sorry. She was crying because nobody saw her viewpoint. Let that one sink in, okay? Let that one sink on in, all right? And what pissed me off is that she tried to turn it into talking more crap about people. It says a lot about her character. I don't care what Mel says about this lady. I really don't think she's a nice person. So she goes, I felt attacked. And then she also goes, I really think the real issue was that Kimmy didn't know and Maurice didn't tell her about the whole vaping situation. And they just had really bad communication on their part. And kind of like she just used that to say they took that out on me because they didn't have a lot of communication. I wonder what else they're not communicating about. And they just twisted it towards, oh, Kimmy and Maurice have marital issues. And that's what all this is about, and da-da-da-da. And then the husband tries to go, oh, lucky I ain't had no liquor in my system because I didn't know how much more I could take. But you wasn't on that type of energy when y'all had the conversation. Everybody was crying, boo-hoo, crying. And yeah, sorry, man, that won't happen again. All right. But now, we all not around them. Oh, it's oh, yeah, I think because of this. It's all about, Tiffany, you are proving once again that you are not a nice person. I'm sorry. Anybody who talked about somebody's child and added more to a negative situation that a child did in a public space around people who don't know their family, don't know that child at all. And now all they're going to know him for is vaping, underage vaping or whatever. And you can't just say, I'm sorry, that wasn't my intention, and then move on instead of adding in drama about their marriage. And I have to add Mel into it because Mel fed her that stuff. That's just petty, childish, and straight up wrong. You sat there and talked about a child, okay? Vaping. Girl, bye. That's all I'm gonna say. Girl, go on. Because I ain't feeling you. I wasn't feeling you from jump. So bye. If you're gonna sit here and try to talk about their marriage and their situation in a negative light after you just talked about a child, a minor, spreading stuff about him in a public birthday party where half those people don't even know who that kid is, you didn't even pull her to the side. Just like Destiny said, a lot of stuff could have been avoided if there were sidebar conversations. So it's girl, go on. Please go, because I'm good. Their marital communications has nothing to do with you going out to a public event and openly saying in front of a bunch of people about monster vaping. Nothing to do with it. Apples and oranges, boo. Nothing to do with it, okay? Nothing to do with it. And had Kaya been at that lunch, you probably would have got swung on, okay? I'm just saying. All right, moving on. So now we get to Martell meeting up with his new business partner. I forgot his name, forgive me. But I do think Martell needs to keep that guy around him, because Martell opened up about losing his business Holt and Holt Custom Homes. He doesn't have his builder's license, which we found out in a few episodes prior with his friend Chris, who's the realtor. I believe his name is Chris. And that Melody holds all the licenses because Melody was able to pass the test and Martell did not. I guess since Martell didn't pass and Melody did, he figured, I don't need to retake it. You know, my wife got it. We good. We're in business together. So that's that. And now Martell is kind of being more open and vulnerable about how he has to start over. So he has a new business partner, and he's still, if I hear about these 44 acres one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. But I guess Martell convinced the builder developer to give him that project to build, you know, the 44 homes instead of working with Melody, because we kind of were left a little high and dry on that, on where that fell. So it seemed like, you know, Martell needed to get his license, he needed to get his affairs in order so he can get back to making some money and getting stable and all that stuff. So it's just sad to see how a divorce can really, really impact people, you know, emotionally, physically, financially, you know, the kids, everybody involved. It's just really, really sad to see. Now we're gonna finish this up with Wanda again. Wanda goes to her daughter's house, Tisha's house, and Maurice is looking out the window. Maurice don't want nothing to do with Wanda. I wouldn't want anything to do with her either, as she was constantly accusing me of cheating, some random baby out there and all that. But what pissed me off here? Wanda tells Tisha what happened at Black, and she tells her what happened with Melody, but then when she goes on to Kimmy and says Kimmy was banging the table saying, shut up, shut up. When did we see Kimmy say shut up? Kimmy didn't tell her to shut up. Wanda did not, I don't know how the edit was on this show, but Wanda did not even tell Tisha what her and Kimmy were really talking about. She just said, oh, Kimmy got in my face and tried to go at it with me and telling me to shut up, shut up. Of course, Tisha looks at Kimmy the way she does now. Look at what Wanda tells her in these fake made up conversations that Wanda gives back to Tisha. So then Tisha can go and attack Kimmy on some stuff that didn't even happen. You know, and then she does it with Tisha's husband and says, oh, you got a baby out there. Oh, you gave Melody a bottle of your wine and you didn't tell my daughter if she ain't know about it. That's a problem, blah, blah. And then Tisha falls for it every time and then gets on Marceau about all these like dumb stuff that the mom just makes up. But what I was happy to see finally was Tisha telling her mom, you always come into my house causing problems. I don't talk about people's marriages and you over here talking about my marriage and all this made up stuff, and I'm your daughter. Like, that's disrespectful to me. And I was like, about time, Tisha. And I know that had to be hard to do, and she must be really fed up. And maybe that might be why Wanda ain't really around as much, or Tisha is not in the same scenes that much with her mom. And I'm surprised Marcel's been putting up with this for so long, because if it was me, I don't know how healthy my relationship would have been with my partner if the mom was treating me so badly over nothing. You know, so we all know Marcel does not have a baby out there. Why is this still a conversation 3 seasons in? And who knows how long it's really been a conversation. Wanda, how miserable are you that you sit here and make up shit and to your daughter, your own child, that you out here protecting from all these people? You out here making up stories to your own daughter about her husband impacted her family in a negative way? You should be ashamed of yourself, girl. I'm done, y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Let me know what y'all think about, you know, Miss Wanda and the conversation with her and Tisha, because I think that was like the biggest turning point in this episode. All right, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.